What's up, everybody? Today we're heading from Santa Fe, New Mexico to Littlefield, Texas. Littlefield is just outside of Lubbock. The cool thing about this little perimeter around Texas of towns, there's all these small towns that have these free campsites, and a lot of them have electric hookup and water hookup for free, which is unheard of anywhere else. So we're gonna head there. We may swing into Lubbock sometime tomorrow on the way through and skate one or two of the skate parks. They're mostly prefab skate parks around Lubbock, and they're really old. I forgot to check fuel throughout Idaho and Utah, but it was basically the same as Montana. Most of it was in the high $4 range, like $4.50, $4.70. Down here in New Mexico, we're getting down to $4.05 finally, getting a little cheaper. I'm excited to see what it's going to be in Texas. I'm hoping we get down in the $3 range. That'd be really cool. Getting excited though. I was watching a bunch of my friends' Snapchats from back home in Montana, and they're getting a huge snowstorm right now. There's tons of snow and the temperatures are in the negatives right now. It's currently about 40 something degrees here in New Mexico, northern New Mexico. It tried to sleet last night, but it didn't happen really. Looking in northwest Texas, it's supposed to be in the 60s today. So I'm pretty excited about that. A friend of mine down in central Texas said they're getting up close to the 80s today. So weather's looking good. Getting more and more excited about Texas, ready to ride the board. Everything's still wet here in Santa Fe right now, so not gonna be able to hit the park right now. I may swing through here on the way back through, because I absolutely love the park in this city. It's a blast. It's a newer park. They've got three actually. One of them is an extremely old concrete park that is terrible, and one's fairly new, but it's downtown and parking's very hard, and it's extremely hard with a rig as big as mine is. But the new one is so perfect. It's fun. The parking is plentiful. The people are cool. I'll have to try to get in there. Well, got out here and it's not soaked. There's still some puddles, but this is the Santa Fe skate park. It's on the south end of town. Like I said, there's three parks. There's one in downtown, one about halfway between here and there, and then there's this one. This is the Chaves skate park. It's right behind the Chaves Center. There's a big disc golf course out there in the mesquite kinda. And then there's this place. And it's a blast. I think this park's only like 2 years old. But it's got so much that you can skate. It's got mani pad ledges. It's got little quarter pipes. It's got bump to ledge, bump to rail, on rail. All the training you could ever want. And then up top, it's got this gym. This thing is so much fun. There's so much water in the bottom of it right now. And last year when I came, there was ice on some of the walls. So unfortunately, both of these trips, it's been unskateable. Like there's snow packed in the corner right there. But it's so much fun. The first year I was here, there was a 75-year-old man that lives over in Albuquerque that was dropping into this like 10-foot oververt. And this place is crazy though. I love this park. Never done that one over a hip before. That's pretty cool. All this DIY stuff was definitely not here the last time I was here. I'd love to see it though. See if I can get a little something on it. Well, that's the Santa Fe Park, the Chaves skate park. It's a fun little spot. I'm jealous of these kids that get to skate pretty much year round. Miss that living back in Alabama, but Montana's pretty great too. One of the things I really appreciate about these trips is the fact that I get to try out some of these skate parks midweek, midday, basically by myself most of the time, and it really gives me a chance to learn these parks without them being crowded. And don't get me wrong, I love skating with other people and seeing how they skate the park and seeing tricks that I can't do, and all the various reasons that it's fun to skate parks with other skateboarders. But I do appreciate being able to learn these parks without a crowd, without traffic, just an open space that I get to play around and figure out how the park works and how it flows. I've always appreciated that about these trips. Also, please forgive this out of shape, overweight, 36-year-old skateboarder for not doing much flip in, flip out stuff or blunt fakies on 12-foot quarter pipes. I'm gonna do the best I can and get some footage of some people that are better than I am. But it's what I've always told people that were better or worse than me at skateboarding. As long as you're having fun out there, that's the thing I want to watch people do. If someone's at a point to where they're not having fun with skateboarding anymore, I don't care how much money you're making with it, I don't care how good you are, why do it? It's so frustrating from time to time, but the reward is so great every time you land a new trick or an old trick that you haven't landed in a long time. And just cruising around the park 90% of the time is better than doing almost anything else in my life. So when you're watching these videos, just try to understand I'm enjoying the time I have out here. I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying my time out on the road. I'd like to see more people have that attitude. Granted, I do forget it from time to time. I get caught up in a trick and get so frustrated and aggravated that I think, man, this is the last time I ever want to skateboard. But then 2 weeks, a month later, all I can think about is getting back on a skateboard. It's just nothing else is running through my mind except for getting back on a skateboard. So I wish more people, especially younger kids these days, didn't take it so serious and try to make it all about being cool and fashionable and just have fun. That was the whole point of skateboarding in the first place, was just have fun, enjoy it, challenge yourself, go to that next level. Sorry, I'm gonna stop ranting now. Get out there and go skate. We're about roughly 4 hours away from Littlefield, Texas right now, which is our destination this evening. Cool little tidbit, it's actually the hometown of Waylon Jennings, the old country singer. And the campground has a concrete slab in the shape of Texas with his signature in it and his boot prints. So, you know, big time travel stop there, but we'll, the worst part of this is in about 5 miles I'm going to turn right, and it's going to be one of the most desolate, rough patches of road that we're going to have on this whole trip, and it's just going to shake my camper apart. But luckily after that hour of road, we should be good. This wind is insane out here today. I was going across from it earlier, ended up taking the interstate heading directly east and west. So I was going somewhat with the wind instead of against it, or without it blowing across me. When it was blowing across me, it was getting extremely sketchy. You can probably see right now the truck's moving forward, backward, trying to rock side to side, just sitting still right now. Just imagine driving down the interstate with it like that. So we pulled over, gonna make a little lunch, and brave the winds again and get back on the road. So basically, since the moment I left Santa Fe, the wind has just been whipping. When I left Santa Fe, I was going directly south, and the wind's mostly coming out of the west, and it was blowing my camper around really bad. So I look on Google and I'm like, what wind will it take to blow over an RV? It said on average about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts will blow over an RV. That's where the chances of it start. And so I look on the weather app and it's 40 miles per hour, not gusts, 40 mile per hour steady. So I was stressing a little bit, so I ended up taking one of the highways going east, so I'd be going somewhat along with the wind. Instead of it hitting me to the side, I'm going down this interstate. This 18-wheeler that I'm following, but the rear tire comes about 3 feet off the ground. That was so gnarly. I've never seen an 18-wheeler almost flip over. That was so close. My stress level is through the roof right now. Well, we made it. The Waylon Jennings campground in Littlefield, Texas. Like I said, there's free electrical hookups, free water. This one doesn't, I don't think it's got a dump station, but a lot of them do. These little campgrounds around Texas. Bandit's extremely excited to be back out of the truck again. We'll walk up there in the morning when the light's better and take a look at the little monument they made to Waylon. But pretty sweet little spot. It's right next to the fairgrounds. Got fairgrounds parking over there. There's horseshoe pits. I think there was like a dog park over there. Pretty sweet spot though. There's like 6 or 7 spots like this, back end spots, and then there's 2 full-size camper pull-through spots right there. But that's it for today. I've been fighting this rig all day against the wind. It's just been wanting to change lanes the entire day, and I feel like I've been wrestling a giant all day, and I'm so tired. So I'm gonna get in here, make some dinner, maybe watch a movie, and then go to sleep pretty early tonight. So see you guys next time. Hope you have a good night. Sleep well. See you later.